Horoscope analysis. Exaltation and Rashi Friendship Principles, Taurus Rising. Rule 12 explains that exalted planets significantly amplify their natural and functional effects. If the planet is a trik lord or functional malefic, its exaltation can magnify both the constructive and destructive traits. Debilitated planets, on the other hand, tend to disrupt favorable outcomes and aggravate their negative indications. Rule 13 emphasizes that the sign a planet occupies matters. Planets in signs of friendly benefics give pleasing and manageable results, while those in signs of inimical malefics give harsher, less tolerable results. Moon exalted in the first house, Taurus, conjunct Jupiter. Moon rules the third and is exalted in Taurus Lagna. Although the third is a neutral house, Rule 12 suggests exaltation here strengthens communication, mental composure, and charisma. Jupiter rules the 8th and 11th, and while an 8th lord, its conjunction with Moon in a friendly Venusian sign, both benefics, activates Rule 13 favorably. This pair enhances memory, emotional clarity, and intuition, ideal for counselors, writers, or thought leaders who combine sensitivity with optimism. Saturn exalted in the 6th house, Libra, conjunct Mercury. Saturn rules the 9th and 10th, Kona and Kendra, for Taurus, making it highly functional. Exalted in Libra, Saturn is at full power. Rule 12 ensures it amplifies dharma and karma capacities. Mercury, ruling 2nd and 5th, is also auspicious and a friend to Saturn. Libra is ruled by Venus, a mutual friend to both. Rule 13 ensures their combination produces enduring analytical skill, legal acumen, and articulate leadership, excellent for judges, analysts, and institutional heads. Mars in the 9th house, Capricorn exalted, conjunct Venus. Mars rules 7th and 12th. Venus rules Lagna and 6th. Mars in exaltation per Rule 12 amplifies the karmic path, spiritual courage, and justice. Despite being 12th lord, its placement in a Kona moderates negative impact. Venus, though 6th lord, is also the Lagna lord and in a friendly sign of Saturn. Rule 13 enhances their compatibility. Together, they support refined idealism, poetic force, and global or diplomatic success through courageous alliances. Sun in the 11th house, Pisces, conjunct Jupiter. Sun rules the 4th. Jupiter rules 8th and 11th. Sun in Pisces, a friendly sign ruled by Jupiter, supports leadership in networking and property-based gain. Rule 13. Jupiter in its own sign amplifies gainful ambitions under Rule 12. While 8th lordship is tricky, its position in own sign in an Upachaya house benefits transformation into leadership and legacy. The conjunction favors spiritual entrepreneurship, vision-based funding, or humanitarian leadership. Mercury in the 2nd house, Gemini, own sign, conjunct Moon. Mercury rules 2nd and 5th. Moon rules 3rd. Mercury in own sign in an Artha house fulfills Rule 12, enhancing speech, financial intelligence, and family influence. Moon adds emotional perception and communication grace. Gemini is Mercury's own sign and friendly to Moon, supporting Rule 13. This pair supports excellent memory, persuasive speech, and financial versatility. Ideal for public speakers, financial advisors, or media personalities. Venus in the 11th house, Pisces exalted, conjunct Mercury. Venus, ruling Lagna and 6th, is exalted in Pisces in the Upachaya 11th. Rule 12 indicates strong gains through service, diplomacy, and charm. Mercury rules 2nd and 5th, and Pisces is ruled by Jupiter, neutral to Mercury and friendly to Venus. Rule 13 supports this combination. The conjunction bestows abundant social favor, financial growth, and artistic intelligence, perfect for performers, network builders, and creators of aesthetic value. Jupiter in the 8th house, Sagittarius, own sign, conjunct Sun. Jupiter rules 8th and 11th and sits in own sign, activating Rule 12 for both houses. Sun rules the 4th, and Sagittarius is a friendly sign to Sun per Rule 13. Though the 8th is a trik house, this placement supports deep intelligence, inheritance, research, and psychological maturity. The Sun-Jupiter union here elevates transformational leadership, excellent for healers, occultists, or estate managers operating with ethical clarity. Mars in the 10th house, Aquarius, conjunct Saturn. Mars rules 7th and 12th. Saturn rules 9th and 10th. Rule 12 supports Saturn's presence in own Kendra. Mars, though a 12th lord, gains directional strength in the 10th. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn, a neutral to Mars, making the interaction stable under Rule 13. Their union enhances resilience, executive power, and technical intelligence. This placement supports those in defense, strategy, infrastructure, or karmic professions involving responsibility and courage. Horoscope analysis, Exaltation and Rashi Friendship Principles, Virgo Rising. Rule 12 teaches that exalted planets amplify the results of the houses they own, whether benefic or malefic. A trik lord, if exalted, can strengthen its negative house indications unless its placement or conjunction modifies the expression positively. Debilitated planets, even if functional benefics, weaken their positive traits and disrupt harmony. Rule 13 states that planetary placement in a sign ruled by a friendly benefic enhances graceful expression. On the other hand, placement in a sign ruled by an enemy, especially a natural malefic, can make outcomes harsher or unstable unless compensated by dignity, house strength, or benefic association. Mercury exalted in the first house, Virgo. Conjunct Venus, Mercury rules the 1st and 10th for Virgo, Lagna and Kendra, and is exalted in its own sign, Virgo, satisfying Rule 12. Venus rules the 2nd and 9th, Artha and Dharma houses. Their conjunction in Mercury's own sign reflects a brilliant blend of communication, beauty, and grace. Venus is friendly to Mercury, fulfilling Rule 13. This yoga supports exceptional articulation, aesthetic intelligence, and creative leadership. Ideal for educators, designers, and charismatic professionals. Mars exalted in the 5th house, Capricorn, conjunct Moon. Mars rules the 3rd and 8th houses, both functionally malefic, but its exaltation in Icona, 5th, can transmute its energy into focused willpower and intellectual dynamism per Rule 12. Moon rules the 11th and joins in Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, a neutral to both. Rule 13 ensures this combination works with emotional control. The placement supports high-stakes strategists, business analysts, or those working with crisis navigation in creative domains. Saturn exalted in the 2nd house, Libra, conjunct Sun. Saturn rules the 5th and 6th houses. Its exaltation in Libra, a Maraca house, enhances stable earnings, speech, and values. Rule 12, especially when tied to learning and responsibility. Sun, ruling the 12th, joins in Libra, its sign of debilitation, but the Nichabanga from exalted Saturn rescues the Sun's dignity. Libra is ruled by Venus, neutral to both. Rule 13 implies delayed but meaningful expression. This pairing benefits those in public policy, finance, or spiritual institutions who rise through humility and discipline. Venus exalted in the 7th house, Pisces, conjunct Mercury. Venus rules the 2nd and 9th and is exalted in Pisces, a Kendra. Rule 12 magnifies its artistic charm and fortune through partnerships. Mercury as Lagna and 10th Lord joins Venus, combining practical intellect with emotional harmony. Pisces is ruled by Jupiter, friendly to Venus but neutral to Mercury. Rule 13 maintains harmony. This pairing supports refined romantic unions, business partnerships, and success in design, diplomacy, or writing. Jupiter in the 4th house, Sagittarius, own sign, conjunct Moon. Jupiter rules the 4th and 7th for Virgo Lagna. In own sign in the 4th, Rule 12 assures strong foundations, wisdom, and family-centered ethics. Moon rules the 11th and is friendly to Jupiter. Sagittarius is friendly to both, validating Rule 13. This pairing promotes emotional abundance, higher education, and leadership in nurturing roles, ideal for educators, healers, or public servants. Mars in the 8th house, Aries own sign. Conjunct Sun Mars as 3rd and 8th Lord in own sign, Aries empowers transformation, longevity, and psychological strength. Sun as 12th Lord joins in a sign ruled by a friend, supporting Rule 13. Although both are malefics and trik lords, Mars's dignity and Sun's power for selfless service bring resilience and strategic brilliance. Rule 12 allows the pairing to shine in fields like military intelligence, emergency response, or spiritual healing. Moon exalted in the 9th house, Taurus, conjunct Jupiter. Moon rules 11th and is exalted in the 9th, Kona of Dharma. Rule 12 ensures emotional wisdom, fortune, and support from elders. Jupiter, ruling 4th and 7th, joins in Taurus, a sign friendly to Moon and neutral to Jupiter. Rule 13 affirms this is a graceful, growth-promoting pairing, ideal for emotional spiritual guides, teachers, or authors. Mercury in the 10th house, Gemini, own sign, conjunct Saturn. Mercury as Lagna and 10th Lord in own sign empowers clarity in career and public life. Rule 12. Saturn rules 5th and 6th and joins in Mercury's friendly sign. Their combination enhances structured thinking, analytical strength, and slow but steady success. Rule 13 affirms tolerance and results with effort, ideal for strategists, accountants, legal professionals, or knowledge workers. Sun in the 12th house, Leo, own sign, conjunct Venus Sun in own sign. Leo as 12th lord gains dignity in a house of foreign matters, moksha, and hidden wealth, Rule 12. Venus rules 2nd and 9th and joins in the friendly sign of Sun. Rule 13 ensures positive alliance. This pair enhances success in foreign trade, spiritual arts, and aesthetic practices, excellent for performers, spiritual entrepreneurs, or wellness retreat founders. Saturn in the 6th house, Aquarius, own sign. Conjunct Jupiter. Saturn rules 5th and 6th and sits in own sign in Upachaya. Rule 12 indicates powerful service karma and deep work discipline. Jupiter rules 4th and 7th and joins in Saturn's sign, neutral yet functional benefic. Rule 13 supports harmonious expansion through sustained effort. This placement empowers lawyers, civil officers, or institutional reformers with long-haul growth potential. Horoscope analysis, Exaltation and Rashi Friendship Principles, Capricorn Rising. Rule 12 explains that exalted planets powerfully amplify both the strengths and weaknesses of the houses they rule. For Capricorn Rising, when malefics are exalted, their impact can be transformational if placed well or supported by favorable conjunctions. Debilitated planets, regardless of house rulership, tend to weaken or distort positive expressions. Rule 13 reinforces that when a planet is placed in a sign ruled by a friendly benefic, it functions more harmoniously. If placed in the sign of an enemy or natural malefic, even good yogas may get compromised unless balanced by dignity or positive association. In the 1st house, Capricorn, conjunct Venus. Mars rules the 4th and 11th houses, Kendra and Upachaya, and is exalted in Lagna, enhancing leadership, stamina, and assertiveness. Rule 12. Venus rules the 5th and 10th, Kona and Kendra, making it a yoga karaka, and it joins in Capricorn, a sign ruled by Saturn, friendly to Venus. Rule 13 fully supports the pairing. This is a powerful Raja Yoga for charisma, artistic strength, and high public visibility, excellent for performers, athletes, or leaders. Sun exalted in the 4th house, Aries conjunct Jupiter. Sun, ruling the 8th, is exalted in Aries in the 4th house. Though an exalted trik lord, Sun here gains stabilizing strength and visibility in domestic, emotional, and educational affairs. Rule 12. Jupiter rules the 3rd and 12th, but joins in Aries, a fiery, friendly sign. Rule 13 allows this combination to mature into deep inner strength and capacity for transformation. This pairing supports leaders in psychology, alternative healing, or occult knowledge with strong moral direction. Moon exalted in the 5th house, Taurus, conjunct Mercury. Moon rules the 7th and is exalted in Taurus, a Kona supporting romantic success, creativity, and partnerships. Rule 12. Mercury rules the 6th and 9th and joins Moon in Venus's sign, friendly to both, meeting Rule 13. The blend of emotional and analytical intelligence grants persuasive charm, excellent for educators, negotiators, and public speakers with intuitive insight. Saturn exalted in the 10th house, Libra, conjunct Mars. Saturn is Lagna and 2nd lord, and when exalted in the 10th, it empowers long-term public recognition and karmic leadership. Rule 12. Mars, ruling 4th and 11th, joins in Venus's sign, friendly to both, activating Rule 13. Their synergy combines discipline with energy, offering strategic rise in politics, governance, infrastructure, or legacy-building careers. Venus exalted in the 3rd house, Pisces conjunct Sun. Venus rules 5th and 10th, and exalted in the 3rd, Upachaya. It empowers self-expression, performance, and leadership communication, Rule 12. Sun, 8th lord, joins in Pisces, ruled by Jupiter, a mutual friend to both, supporting Rule 13. This pairing brings creative authority and expression that transforms lives, ideal for media professionals, authors, or transformation-based coaches. Jupiter in the 3rd house, Pisces' own sign, conjunct Mars. Jupiter, ruling 3rd and 12th, sits in own sign in 3rd, an upachaya that favors courageous initiative and spiritual communication, Rule 12. Mars, ruling 4th and 11th, joins in friendly Pisces. Rule 13 supports harmony. This pairing favors martial wisdom, teaching with boldness, and powerfully persuasive writing or oratory, ideal for teachers, legal experts, or activist educators. Mercury in the 6th house, Gemini, own sign, conjunct Venus. Mercury rules 6th and 9th and is dignified in own sign and upachaya, boosting clarity in handling conflict and karma, Rule 12. Venus as Yogacaraka joins in Mercury's friendly sign, satisfying Rule 13. This supports graceful problem-solving, legal acumen, and success through intellect and artistry. Strong for lawyers, mediators, and aesthetic healers. Sun in the 4th house, Aries, exalted, conjunct Mercury. Sun as 8th lord, when exalted in the 4th, transforms emotional depth into power and visibility, Rule 12. Mercury, ruling 6th and 9th, joins in Aries, neutral to it, and uplifts expression. Rule 13 holds mild harmony. This pair favors strategic intelligence and domestic leadership, ideal for educational influencers, interior architects, or Vastu and astrology professionals. Moon in the 7th house, Cancer, own sign, conjunct Jupiter. Moon in own sign and as 7th lord in Kendra gives strong marriage karma and nurturing appeal, Rule 12. Jupiter, ruling 3rd and 12th, joins in Cancer, a friendly sign, meeting Rule 13. This pairing enhances emotional wisdom, growth through relationships, and intuitive leadership, ideal for healers, diplomats, or spiritual companions. Saturn in the 2nd house, Aquarius, own sign, conjunct Mercury. Saturn rules Lagna and 2nd, and in own sign gives stability, financial endurance, and value-based speech, Rule 12. Mercury, ruling 6th and 9th, joins in friendly Aquarius, supporting Rule 13. This pair is ideal for financial advisors, systematic educators, or legacy-minded entrepreneurs who build influence through consistency in speech,